Hello, 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 beloved ones. How here? The human MRI psychic surgeon helping you to finally break free from generational vows, contracts, and agreements and align with your unique signature blueprint. That is shatter the invisible income ceiling and intimacy barriers. Because you deserve love. Can we agree on that? You fucking deserve love. Okay. So let's have a conversation. What attracted you to your partner? I mean, when we're in relationship, we go through different circumstances. Sometimes it's like plain out betrayal. Sometimes it's abuse, whether it's subtle or whatever level that is at. Maybe you are frustrated. Maybe you're not frustrated. You fucking angry. Yeah. So while you may be angry, raging, all sorts of emotions, my invite is just back to you. What attracted you to your partner, right? Let's talk about that. Because who we attract is a reflection of who we are. When we fall in love with somebody, we are falling in love with aspects of ourselves that we have fell in love with, that we love, that we are proud of. That's why when you meet, it's like, oh my God, where have you been? And as time goes on, you get to face your darkness. You get to face aspects of yourself that disgust you. And sometimes these aspects are unconscious. Because I still remember one lady who, she ended up being my client, but she saw my post and she was furious. What are you talking about when you're saying that I attract aspects of myself? Do you mean like I am selfish, arrogant, naming all sorts of things? And I said, yeah, unfortunately, yes. you know and we went back the time when she came and we worked together. We went back to how she felt about men. That is how she felt about the father that abandoned her. That's how she perceived the father. And maybe it's not just a perception, that's how the father was. What kind of a man gives birth, I mean, yeah, makes a child with a woman and then just disappears and doesn't care even after the child is born and all that shit? It's something that is unconscious. Is the imprint that you carry within you, because there's a reason why you choose that person. That person's DNA is in you. You carry the traits that he carries. And guess what? You're going to attract some people who are going to put that mirror in front of you, especially when it comes to relationship. You're going to attract your father as a boyfriend, as in like the patterns that your father carried. You're going to attract what you hated about that man. Sometimes it's about your mother, right? And what do you do about it? You can look at that boyfriend, husband, partner, whatever you call it, lover, and be furious, judgmental, and all that. But your soul is dancing. Who am I going to be at this moment? Am I going to look at myself and realize that I'm one with all that is? Am I going to look at myself and look at my pain, feel it, heal, and integrate it? Or I'm going to deny, judge, and hold into anger? And the truth is, when I say what attracted you to your partner, my higher self asked me this question in the moment when I was all sorts of things. I don't even think vulnerability was one of it. Maybe I was vulnerable in the sense of where I was. I was in a very bad state. You know what I mean? And the question that came through was very simple. What attracted you to him? And why was I asked this question? Because I was raging. I felt like these people don't deserve to live. What kind of a man? Like, I had children with him and he was not there. And then all of a sudden he feels that he's got the right to take my children away from me and all that shit. And rightfully so when I look at it from the human perspective. But when I go back to my soul, what attracted you to that person? And for me, it was because who I was, the unique being that I am, the badass that I am, the outspoken person that I am, the because I was not afraid. I've never been afraid to speak the truth. I've never been afraid to show up as me, you know, even when I was not liked for it, including my family. And I've shared this story many times where my mom's things go to was, I don't know why you are not like any of my children. So, in other words, I was not fully accepted because I had to be, what are the societal, cultural, religious standards that you are forced to morph into, right? And it's quite interesting because I had a conversation with somebody today, and she was laughing when I said we're talking about when she was born again. So I was just telling her your fake born again thing, and she just laughed about it because the born again was just coming from, okay, fine, now I'm going to church, I'm born again. But she didn't do the fucking work. And what does that mean? That you're gonna pretend to fit into the holier than thou definition. You're gonna pretend to be holy, I'm born again, I don't feel angry anymore, I don't care about what has happened, I have forgiven. Have you? No, you haven't. And this is the thing as well. When I talk about the whole fake born again shit, sometimes it can happen even with I am awakened. hmm Because you feel like this is what being spiritual, being awakened, being born again looks like. And you don't allow yourself to feel, especially those emotions that are bad, right? You don't get to feel them. You run away from yourself. You take yourself and put as much as you've put your partner and whoever who has betrayed you, you lock all of that in a cave somewhere, in the storeroom somewhere. I don't want to look at this. It doesn't fit into the holier aspect of myself, you know. And whoever that you are also criticizing, you put them there. These are bad people, arrogant, and all that. And then you sit there with an illusion of awaken the spiritual and all the whatever you call it, born again and all the shit. How are you born again? How are you awakened? How are you even spiritual if at all you're still judging aspects of yourself? How are you all that if you are not willing to look at an aspect of yourself that is crying for your love? And this is why I'm asking, how dare you run away from an aspect of yourself that is screaming for your love? I want you to love me as I am. And you show other people an illusion, fake and phony aspects of yourself that do not exist. This is who I am. I'm all smiley. I'm all joyful and all that. Even when you are fuming inside, you're just gonna be smiling like, yeah, I'm this nice person and all that, just because you're afraid of upsetting other people, right? So I was asked this question when I was raging about the case of my children. Being separated from my children broke me, and I wanted blood. I was fucking angry. And when I was asked this question, I was like, what the fuck? What kind of a question is that? What attracted me to this person? But when I sat down with myself, I realized that I attracted this person at the moment when I was in my teenage and I was smoking and all that. And this is something I don't think there's anyone in my like mid-age sibling family who smoked, but I was smoking. And this person, the person that I attracted, was smoking and drinking. So I was smoking and drinking. So it's just like superficial stuff, but it's like things that you want to do and you just get to be yourself. But because most of the people were judging me, and just a lot of things, even when I extended to his family, this was just like, okay, you know. And in my family, I had to hide and all that because I didn't want to either disappoint them even further and all that shit. You know what I mean? So whatever that you need, the need is gonna drive you to attract people that you are now angry with that end up betraying you. And why? They didn't betray you. You betrayed yourself. You failed to love all of you. You failed to look at yourself and say, I don't know how I feel about you right now, but I want to hold space for you. I want to listen to you. You deserve to get to have space, but you rush to have a relationship thinking that somebody's going to love you. I'm looking for somebody who's going to love me as I am and all that. Do you even love yourself as you are? Because at times you're talking about, I love myself as I am, just because you are refusing to heal and grow, right? You claim you love yourself as you are, but you're not. Because Maybe you are not even aware that you are not your authentic self. You are showing up as an aspect of yourself that you think would be accepted, that you think fit in. You wear a mask. So I just wanted to come here and ask you that. Why did you attract your partner? What attracted you to your partner? Because right now, there may be things that are just pissing you off and all that, but you've got the power. And the power starts with you sitting with yourself, healing and integrating all aspects of yourself. Then you will see the other person change. When you work on yourself and you perceive things differently and you treat yourself better than the past did, people treat you different. And my clients experience this. So if you want to have a session, because I have a once-off session that I'm offering for new clients at €555, I invite you to comment below session and I'll send you a link. We can jump on a call. You will never have the session anywhere else because my programs, the lowest one is 3K, and that is also with one session. It's a program, but then with one session. So if you want to have one session that is going to jumpstart, accelerate your shift, let's have a conversation. It's not a breakthrough, it's a session. We jump in, we find what is interfering with your income, what is interfering with your relationship. I clear that. Like, it's literally surgery, and many people get amazing results from this. If at all you want to find one of my online sessions, let me know as well. I'll send you a link and then you can get something. Like I said, one lady just bought an online healing session for €67 because it's on sale now. And things are shifting. Relationships and even herself with her relationship, grief, and all of that is just shifting. You gotta say yes to yourself. You gotta say yes to your inner child. Because if you expect somebody to love you, they're just gonna love you at the level that you love yourself. And that is applies to everything. Money loves you at the level that you feel worthy of it, at the level of the capacity that you have. That's how much you're gonna have. Otherwise, you're gonna keep on making money and then it's gonna go as fast as it came. You receive it, the next thing your car breaks or something that needs to be repaired immediately, and it's gone. You will lack the capacity. You do not feel safe to receive. So what are you gonna choose? Because it's gonna cost you more in the long term. Okay? I'll leave you with that. Much love.